Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to day 2 of my Share the Love series. In these videos, I am doing a different heart tangle pattern each day for 14 days. You are welcome to follow along and draw along on any sketchbook, piece of scrap paper, whatever you have. If you would like, I am doing mine on these little hearts, and I have a kit available on my website, www.minsofzen, MINSOFZEN, minsofzen.com, and you can purchase the kit that has the pen, the hearts, the little templates to draw these, and then it has some twine and clips and beads so that we can turn it into a beautiful garland. Okay, so for these 14 days, I'm going to take each of these letters, L-O-V-E, and we are going to surround them with tangles. So that is embedding our letter inside a whole bunch of tangles. In the 2 hearts, we will be doing the tangles inside of them. And I'm doing it with a fine point Sharpie because I want it to be nice and bold so that when you see this garland hanging up, you see all of the beautiful patterns and it's not too small and intricate. Okay? All right, so yesterday we started with O-A-O by Kaori Nagasaku. Today we're doing Janina by Joanna Cole, a CZT. All right, I'm going to set aside all of them right now except the letter O. So we can get started on this. Each day we're going to be jumping from letter to letter and just kind of adding things wherever we think they should go. All right, Janina. I love this one. All right, I'm going to start up here in the upper left-hand corner. I will zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. And this starts with the little pieces in the middle of this kind of a floral shape. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space here and I'm going to angle these up a little bit. So I'm going to do 2 thin lines and a circle on top. And then a line out and a line out. Circle on top, and then the lines coming back in. I'm pushing really lightly on my Sharpie because I don't want it to spread and bleed a lot, and I want it to just be a nice bold line, but also not too thick. Okay, so we got our 3 little pieces in the middle, and now we're going to put a heart shape that's going to land kind of on the ends of these. So I'm going to do a heart here, the other side here. And I've talked before about drawing hearts, and let me see if I can find a piece of scrap paper. If hearts are a little tricky for you to draw, put in 2 little pencil circles first, and then, I don't want my pen to go through my paper, and then you can go around each one like that, and you end up with an even shaped heart. And then you can erase them. Okay, so I have that part. Now I'm going to do a heart on the bottom. But instead of having a point, I'm going to let the bottom part be a little bit rounded. So I'm going to put the round part in there right now. And typically this next part would just be an upside down heart that looks like the top one. Because I'm purposely bumping into my letter, I won't be able to create the whole thing. So I'm just going to imagine how it would come here, here, and then come back out. And so you don't even really see the heart shape, and that's okay. I want it to bump into my letter. Okay, then from this middle, I'm going to do a pretty little Scoop over there and one over here. I feel like I'm kind of tipping a little bit today. And then we're gonna do a heart on each side. So I'm just gonna let it kind of pop out the side here like this and land there. And I want it to be pretty wide and land there. Look at that beautiful little flower. I just love it. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little bit of detail. So coming up from here, I'm gonna do a little swish and a swish. And I'm gonna do two down here. And probably just one in each of these. And there we go. I love it. All right, so we're gonna make a couple more of those, but I thought it would be fun to add a leaf to it. The leaf has nothing to do with a heart, but just kind of a little embellishment to add some character to this and to our page here. So to do a leaf, I'm going to have it come out here. So I'm gonna put a little dot about a finger width away, maybe a finger and a half width away. And I'm going to curve and curve like that. And put a straight line. And then I'm going to add some little striping. Adds a little bit of texture. I just love it. And then in here, sometimes I'll do dots on the other side, but I'm going to do little hearts just by making a little V shape. They're so tiny. Let's see if I can focus on there for you to see. Just little V shapes, and they make a little heart. So cute. All right, let's do another one down here on this side. So I don't necessarily want mine to be exactly across from each other. I don't like things being too even, so I'm gonna put it kind of down here. And I'm going to start with those little three middle pieces again. So I can decide if I want to kind of point this way or this way. And I think I'm gonna go this way. So I'm gonna start with that middle, double line, circle on top. Line out, line out. And then if you want to put the second line in on each of those and then do the top, or do the top first, it's up to you. All right, now I'm going to do the top heart, and it's going to go behind this letter. So I'm going to put a dot here so I know where I want my heart to land. And I'm going to come around this way and around this way, and then it just stops and comes out a tiny bit there. Then I have a bit of a curve down here for this one. I'm going to put my dot out a little ways so that I really try to make this one nice and big. And then from that center, I scoop out, and I scoop out here. And then I want a nice big petal, so right here. This one, I'm only gonna see like a tiny line of it. Then I'm gonna give a little flick of my marker, flicks down here, and those ways. I love it. All right, I'd like to do another leaf, and so I'm trying to decide if I put it here, then I feel like these kind of match too much, but if I put it here, is it too many leaves close to each other? I think I'm gonna put mine up here. Okay, I'm gonna put a dot where I want it to land, and then I'm just gonna do like a scoop, a scoop. Can be as big or as small as you want it to be. And I forgot to mention in this video, to keep things kind of large, we are gonna add more tangles, of course, but if they're too tiny, it's just gonna take you so much to fill up the space. All right, you decide which side you want your stripes on. And then I'm gonna do those little hearts. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more. So I just kind of want to embed these to the letter O a little bit. I'm gonna put a circle there, like a little orb, and ink in this space. And I'll put another small one next to it. And I think on this side, I'll do a heart instead of an orb. Just kind of a little floating heart. And I added a little circle as well. Okay, let's do a few things up here. I'm going to do a circle. I left a little bit of space, so now I can ink that in. And I'll do that down here as well. If I want to put a heart in here, I can. All right, what do you think? This is so fun. It's different than regular tangling where we're working in a small space and we're working with really thin lines and we're doing shading. This is a little bit different and I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna add one to my letter E page and then we'll be done. All right, so where should we put this one? I'm thinking I want it over here. I don't know why. You can put yours anywhere you want. And I just had to figure out what direction I want it to go in. So I think I'm gonna face those little middle pieces this way. It works however you want to do it. I'm gonna start with the middle. Those little lines on each side. The little tops. So this is about the size of my pinky fingernail so far, just to kind of give you an idea. I really want this to take up at least half of this letter E, probably a little bit more than half. All right, now I have to envision, and if it's easier for you, you can grab a pencil And you can kind of draw the whole heart in first. And then just put ink wherever you don't have that letter. I'm gonna put a little curve down here. Oh, nice. I kind of wish I made that a little bit bigger, but put a nice big heart down there. And we have those little extra petals that come down on each side, which I think are so pretty. I'm going to put a dot out here just so I have an idea of where I want to land. I want this to be kind of big so that my whole shape of my flower is kind of rounded. If I made this in here too little, it'd be very narrow, and I want it to have kind of a nice big wide area there. Now on this side, I have very little to work with, so I'm just going to imagine that coming out here, and I think that's it. That's all I would be able to see. I'm going to give a couple of flicks. Okay, and then for this one, I thought it might be kind of fun to have the leaf come out behind this letter E. Yours does not have to. Yours can be down here, it can be up here, up here. This is your letter, and as we add more tangles, we're just gonna fit them wherever they land, so don't worry about doing it different than I am. Okay, so I want my leaf to kind of go like this and like this. Put in my little striping. My little hearts. Okay, let's add a few little embellishments and then we're going to be done. All right, I like how this went really close to the edge because when we fill this out, I don't think I'm gonna end up putting in a border. I think I'm just gonna let these tangles sort of be the end, and then we'll do some aura-ing to kind of finish them up. But the closer you can get these to the edge, the better. So I like that that took up a lot of space. Okay, let's add some little orbs. Add some down here as well. Can put a heart in here. Can add one over here to kind of fill in some of that space near the edge. All right, that was Janina. I hope that you enjoyed that one, and we will see you tomorrow for more Share the Love. Thanks, bye-bye.